Well, hello there, my YouTube friends. This is John with Left Handed Models, and Jason of Blue Ox Model Shop posted a little video on what his space looks like. So I thought I would start with my space by showing my little on-air sign, a Amazon exclusive. It keeps my wife from coming in to the garage where I'm filming when I'm filming. It's got a little switch, and if you wanted to hook it up to USB, you could do that. So now we'll go to the garage. So this is as you come into my space. My little Jeep is here, and off to the right I have a small case of, well, I have a fire extinguisher, but I have a small case of models that are mostly show cars. And let's see if I can get them. There's a mirror behind it, so everything looks doubled. And you may see me, so don't be scared. And then I have a few of my Hot Wheels here. And then this is one of the cases I built. Let me get past it. I built it to hold all kinds of things, but I have some models in there. I have a little bit of stash behind it. It's two-sided, so there's some stash back there. And then my one die cast that I really like, a Nash Healy, and of course granddaughter's pictures. And then on the bottom I have room for my pop and wife's water, and all my most of my things in my garage are on wheels, so I can move them out of the way to get to the back or whatever. This one also holds, as you can see down here. Well, no, because it's not there. There's usually a ladder there. And this is my fridge, which amazingly enough has very little pop in it, but it's full, so you can sort of guess what that is. There's my calendar that I try to keep up to date. My grandson, when he was really young, some more Hot Wheels. This is one of my garage sale specials containers. I added the other levels in it. And those are a few of my models here. Try to get out with there. And then these are some recent additions that I keep a photo recording of everything I build, but I'm a little behind, so those are to be taken pictures of. And then down, oops, sorry, the drawers have a little more stash, and but there's no order. That's what, let's see if you can see the bin number there. So I have recorded that that's my bin number, and those models at the bottom are in this bin. That's one of the ones I really like. And there's a few more back there. Few more here. I build a little of everything, so it's all there. Then above it, there's a little bit of crap, and then there's a little bit more stash, and there's some that goes behind the hats there. And I'll try to move this slow so I don't get anybody dizzy. I have a plastic case here that has a few models in it. I build the Metal Earth models too, and so this Iron Man is a Metal Earth model. And then there's my GB and another Jeep, and there's my 40 XP. It was in the right color, so I picked that up. And then there's a few military vehicles here. Kubelwagen. the trailer for the Kubelwagen Mustang. And then right next door here, this was originally a Oakley sunglasses case that I picked up for 20 bucks. It holds quite a few models, and I have since 3D printed some, here I'll open this to make it a little easier to see. There we go. Some stands so that I've got another level of models, because of course, like everybody else, I'm running out of room. And oh, the words you can see there, where's my finger? There it is. Back there are is hanging off the back of this. Let's see here. We'll get down to the. That's I 3D printed the engine puller there, and there's some drag cars, and my Hurst Hemi Underglass, which was one of the, I think, one of 1,000 that was actually painted, actually molded in the gold color. And so I just put the stripes on it. I didn't want to ruin that gold color. And then here's some of my Indy cars and drag cars, etc. Now down below, there's more. There's not a lot of stash down here, but there's a few. Oops. So now I went to the front of the Jeep, and there's my my future American Graffiti builds, and then there's a little more stash down here, just various things. And there's a bulldozer and a tank and I think an airplane. Yes, a Dornier. Okay, now I'll move to the other side of the garage. So this is my actual workspace. It's set up so that I got a bench here in front of it. I got a lot of stash down here, and sometimes it's 3 levels deep. So here, let's see, you can see back here, and then you can see there's 3 levels deep of stash. Then up here is my my actual workspace, all my paintbrushes, all my steel clamps, and that sort of thing. I 3D printed the cup holder and the paintbrush holder. The paintbrush holder turned out really nice. This is what I'm working on right now. And then up above this, hanging off the wall, after my computer stuff, is 4 more stash, a few more Hot Wheels over there, and we'll go to the next spot. So now this is my Corvettes that are sitting on my other bench, because they're supposed to go up on the wall here, and my shelf started coming down. So that's bin 2, and bin 2 is getting repaired right now. And so this is my other stash, hobby slash stuff, and so it's pretty full of just everything. There's a few more Hot Wheels and Johnny Lightning, etc. There's some built models up there, and that's a case that I found at a garage sale for $25, I think, and I knew they were over 100, so I just picked it up. And then below that there's a few models, and then here's a bunch of models in the case, and there are ships and submarines and my weirdos and motorcycles, a couple of airplanes hanging inside, and a little bit more stash. And this is where I keep my paint. and I just pull out what I need and then put it back. I try to keep it in order, but of course that's impossible. So, okay, so we'll go past the toolboxes here. I'll back up. And we'll go, this is a curio cabinet I picked up. I think I paid $20 for it. It was on Facebook Marketplace. And I use the bottom for storage of models. And then I have kits inside here. And let's see, let me get to something. Last I checked, I think there's over 30 airplanes and vehicles in here. And of course there's a mirror on the back, so you get to see my face. Don't be scared. Oh wait, maybe you can hold the camera in front of it. And I have airplanes hanging, and I have, there's a few tanks there, tiny tanks, and a few airplanes sitting on their stands or wheels or whatever. And so I'll close this back up and turn around. This is another garage sale cabinet I picked up, and I've left the eagle on it because I really like it. So you have to look around it. There's a few Corvettes there. Some more of my printed stands to make multiple levels. Lamborghini, a Ferrari, and a Silhouette, and a Austin Healey. The Austin Healey was one of those with multiple body parts, and it actually came out really well. There's some of my old cars, and some of those are 16ths scale. And I got a watchdog there. And here's a few more military. And then there's some more military and Marvin the Martian. At the very bottom, there's a couple of motorcycles, and then the engine builds that are those large scale engine builds. Okay, so now we're going to go to this part of the garage, which is, it's a 3-car garage. This is my wife's side. So as you can see, I've been told to keep it open. There's a blue tape line that's been there for about 15 years now, and so far she hasn't bought a car bigger than that. She's still old school, believes that when a car gets 100,000 miles on it, it needs to go. Okay, and this cabinet has wheels on it, and then I added a top to it for stash storage. Most of this is multi-levels deep. And there's a little more stash. And this, as you can see, is bin number 9. So I know what's in here on my little inventory list. Okay, now we're going to move back to beside the Jeep. Okay, so this is the left-hand side of the Jeep. I've got just enough room to get by it. You know, I try to leave room so I can get in it. This is one of my 3D printers, and it's not a resin printer, and so I can't really print car parts because it leaves lines, but I can print a lot of other stuff. Now as we go back here, there's my paint booth, which is a recent purchase, and I just love it. I have, down below I have an air compressor, but I haven't used it yet. I haven't used my airbrush gun. And then we'll go around back and because I want to show you this, I built one of, or actually I bought a, it's called a indoor dryer vent. And it works similar to the 5-gallon bucket deal. It's got water in it. And I put a filter towards the top so that, and I get no smell. My wife is real sensitive to the paint smell. And as long as I leave it run for about 2 minutes after I'm done painting, then I have no trouble. No smell. Now I'm going to go back here. That's where I store my tripod. And this is bin 10, which is another, well, let's see, it's a china cabinet, I guess. And I think I ended up getting it for like 40 bucks or something. And it's got two glass shelves, and then the bottom. And I've got, let's see, so I'm showing ships on top, and my statue, Bill Elliott statue. He is still my favorite driver. There's the USS Farragut from when it had a big fire during Vietnam era. And then down here, then we have a Viking ship, and each one of those, I don't know what they're called, the little round things, were painted separate, or were decaled separate, I'm sorry. And then that's my grandson built the what is it? It's a Scout. And then that's a pickup I built. And then there's the car hauler. And there's my, that's my 60s psychedelic build that's on the trailer. I have not put other cars on the trailer yet, but I'm sure they will be. And that boat is a recent build. It's a Japanese icebreaker. They use it to do scientific expeditions to Antarctica. And there's a couple of small scale boats. Let's see, ships, I'm sorry. One of them is the Yamato, which is the close one, and then the other one I think is the Ikiyusha. I'm pretty sure. I wrote the name on the bottom though. Okay, and then there's a stash down here. Cars, boats, airplanes, whatever. Then over here, behind this cabinet, is more stash, and it's all 2 levels deep, as well as a full 4 feet wide. So, that's the way it is. This is my portable table. And then here's another cabinet I just built recently that holds miscellaneous model stuff, and then miscellaneous stuff all the way down. And so it's on wheels, so I can move it around, move it out of the way, whatever I need to do. So next up will be my hanging airplanes. Okay, so these are well, let's see, my grandson counted them, and last there were 45, but I think that's changed a lot. They're all hanging. They're all on studs so that if I get a heavy one, it's gonna hold it. Let's see right here, pacemaker. And I'm trying to stay away from the lights because they are so bright. I switched out to all LEDs and I love it. I can actually see stuff in the garage. Let's see. I have the 4-gang plugs are to a switch. When we built the house, I had them do that so that I can turn the lights off from a switch when I come into the garage. There's a A10 and something else. And then I'm going to spin around here. Watch your stomach. There's a bunch more up here. I really like having my airplanes hang. They all hang above the garage door when it's open, so I can open the garage door just like anybody else. There's a few up here. The sign, oops, ran into the mirror. Oh, I'm going to take a picture of that from the other side. So, I'll try to keep this pointed up. The Millennial Falcon is another of my grandson's builds. He's into building Gundams now, so I don't see him too much. There's a let's see, it's the first airplane. Kitty Hawk. Kitty Hawk is where they did it. Anyway, it has, I did the rigging, and it's over 8 feet. I lost count after 8 feet of rigging, and it's all thread. All of these are hung with fishing line, and I use leaders, fishing leaders, so that they can rotate if I turn the fan on or something, so they don't just fall down. And then this sign I picked up when I was in Lewisville, Texas. It turned out that the day I was there, the hobby store was closing, and he actually let me have it for free, so I'm going to keep it hung up forever. So let's see, I think, well, I probably didn't get all my airplanes. There's some more over here, and then my big bomber is hanging up there. Let's see if I can get a better picture of that. Yep, and it's hanging, the big boy bomb is hanging from it. So it's ready to go. And there's the last of my stash up here on top. So, and there's my rubber chicken, 25 cents. And I just love it. Oh, and see, this is bin 16. So these models on top and those that I showed you in the bottom are all in bin 16, so I can keep track of them. And if you like my video, give me a like, thumbs up. I can use them. And subscription, just punch that little subscription button. This is probably my longest video, so I try not to bore you most of the time. So thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.